So a couple of weeks ago, we got honeygigs.org from Plot Twist on IG, which everyone's presuming to be Drake's Finsta. I don't think anything's been confirmed, but it's kind of looking like that. And, you know, at that time, we got a couple of new songs, a bunch of behind-the-scenes stuff, and I know I wasn't sure if we're going to get more information. I'm not sure if other people felt that way too. But, you know, at that time, I was like, okay, maybe he's just doing this for the one time. Maybe he's just putting out all this info, all this behind-the-scenes stuff to show people that, hey, no, I'm actually doing this stuff. I'm not like getting other people to work on all my albums for me. Like I'm actually dedicated and, you know, dedicated to the music and the craft, which, you know, looking back at it makes a lot of sense. And I do respect him for it. It's kind of, I don't think he necessarily needed to do that, but it is cool that he provided that information. And, you know, going forward, I wasn't sure if we were going to be getting more information on that website or, again, if it was just a one-time thing. But seems like we are getting more stuff on honeygigs.org because on Friday we got a couple of new songs. They were first just on Instagram, now they're on the website, as well as, you know, earlier today we got a bunch more behind the scenes stuff. Let's talk about the songs first. I didn't look too much into the behind the scenes stuff, so we can briefly touch on that at the end, but we got 3 new songs, No Face, Circadian Rhythm, and SOD. And, you know, everyone's gonna just try to assume like, hey, what is he gonna say on these songs? Are they actually throwaways because they're just being put up on IG first and then on the website, or are they gonna end up on streaming just like the other 3? Or, you know, are these songs like as a response to the whole back and forth they had with Kendrick? Kind of a mix of all 3. So, you know, based off of the previous 100 Gigs pack that he put out, I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up on streaming, especially because it looks like he updated SOD in terms of the master on it, or the mixing, sorry. And also, you know, he's talking a lot about, you know, the back and forth that he had with Kendrick on No Face, as well as just other people that were involved with it. Circadian Rhythm, a little bit different, but speaking of Circadian Rhythm, let's start there. This is kind of meant to be a follow-up to the language. In fact, most places that you see it, it will say the language 2 in parentheses. I mean, the Genius page mentions that as well. And honestly, it doesn't feel like there's a whole lot being said here as far as a response to Kendrick. You know, it's a cool song overall, and it's kind of talking about his place in rap right now. He has the line that says, "Rap game like my sleeping pattern, because how the fuck am I still up? Yeah, dudes don't speak my language. They don't speak my language." Obviously, a nod to the language, but also like Drake's position right now, right? Like, even though he had this beef with Kendrick, and Kendrick did pretty well, and I think a lot of people feel like Kendrick won in this case, Drake is still doing very well. Like, you can't deny it. Anytime he's putting out a feature, like, he's obviously, we're talking about him right now. Like, this is not like, Drake is at a level that most people would never even see. So Drake is going to be up there. This sleeping pattern bit also kind of connects to No Face, but I'm not entirely sure if that's intentional. You just mentioned melatonin on No Face, and, you know, that's in regards to sleep. The other thing that Circadian could mean, or could be in relation to, because, you know, we're always going to try to find some way to connect it to the beef, is what Kendrick said on 616 in LA, where he said something along the lines of, "I know this type of power is going to cost, but I live in circadian rhythms of a shooting star." So, you know, maybe he's making reference to that. Maybe it's just a follow-up to the language. You know, hard to exactly say what he's trying to go for here, but it's a pretty solid track. There is also another line here, though, before I forget, that mentions how many funeral dates they plan for me, and I dodged it like the truck. So, you know, could be in relation to everyone's praying on Drake's downfall. They're like, okay, this is going to be the one that takes him down. This exact song, he's going to go down on this specific day. Damn, he's still here. Like, that didn't do anything to him. That was just like a little shot at him. It was a flesh wound. He's good. So, you know, he just keeps going. The second song that we want to mention is SOD. It's not really my jam. Like I mentioned previously, I do tend to like the rap Drake more than the melodic Drake, just because I feel like it sounds better. At least, again, my opinion. You can like the melodic Drake. That's totally fine. It was originally, I guess, a Lil Yachty song. I don't know that, and also Lil Yachty is going through a whole bunch of shit right now. But You know, whatever's going on there. But yeah, it's cool if you like the melodic Drake, but you know, nothing to write home about, nothing in relation to what's going on. I think maybe he just put this out because of Yachty's kind of going crazy. I don't know. But the song that we want to make sure that we talk about is No Face, because this is the one that has, I feel, the most direct response. First of all, apparently it has Playboi Carti on it, which is hilarious because Carti said literally 2 words. But also Carti was on that Future and Metro Boomin album, so maybe they reconciled. But also it is entirely possible that these songs are all recorded before this beef even happened. So who knows? But on No Face, this definitely does feel like a response to what's going on or what has been going on. The first verse kind of goes into it well.
Just got lit off the features I skated on. I gotta know how you get lit off the nigga you hating on.
Like, all the people that are going after Drake are people that Drake has collaborated in the past with. And he's just like, yo, why are you doing this? Like, I don't understand. How are you going to, you know, hate on me when I gave you a feature that maybe pushed you further than you would have gotten without it? Like, obviously we have like people like Rick Ross, A$AP Rocky, Kendrick, even like everyone that was involved in this coup, I guess, like somehow benefited from Drake at one point or another. And while, sure, you know, things may change over time, it is kind of weird that they're all like, nah, he ain't what we want. We were just using him or something like that. Like, that's kind of weird. And, you know, whatever. Again, I'm not trying to defend Drake in any way because I don't care that much about Drake specifically, but I like to play devil's advocate here. Moving on, sorry. 40 says, keep saying it's time to be patient, but he's like, nah, I need to keep going. I need to put something out. I need to say something. But it's like, you know, you got to wait. You got to make sure that whatever you do put out next, like whatever's officially released, is the hit. And he also mentions, Katie just texted, what the fuck we waiting on? Damn, like, he's getting hits from other people that are like, yo, dude, like, are you going to say something? Are you going to respond? Or are you just going to fucking hide now? Like, I get it. Like, at this point, it's like, let Kendrick have his time, I guess. But when are you going to say something? And I think this is what he's getting to right now. And then the whole second verse is kind of getting into that as well.
I keep on talking about beefing and business and money and women. There's no diagnosis. They emptied the clip. Quick, swap that shit out and I came back reloaded. I'm just so happy that niggas who envied and held that shit ain't got to finally show.
I'm over the moon. We'll see you boys soon. This is probably the most direct and confirmed thing that Drake has said in any of these songs and anything since Not Like Us came out. He's very much like, yeah, no, I'm glad you're getting up right now. I'm glad you're getting some views, getting some money, but don't you worry. I'm over the moon, but I'm gonna see y'all soon. I'm gonna come back and you'll see what I got. He's spreading his wings. He hops out of the cocoon. Like, this definitely does feel like, again, like it could be something that was recorded before, but based on that second verse at least, it does seem like something that was recorded more recently and something that made him seem more ready to go. Like, he's like, all right, I'm getting the work in. I was supposed to take a break, but fuck it, here I am. But you know, obviously this is just like a quick look over on these songs. I could have clearly missed stuff, so let me know what I'm missing there and what else could be going on with these songs. I didn't go too far into the new stuff that got put onto 100gigs.com. It's all listed under 2.0 Iceman stuff, something like that. But yeah, everything that's there that's new is under 2.0. The major thing that I saw, or like the biggest thing that I saw that was posted from it, was Kanye at OVO Fest saying that Watch the Throne was inspired by Drake, because he basically made them be like, no, we gotta keep pushing, we gotta do something bigger, we gotta do something better. But yeah, like everything else from there is like, it's all older clips. A lot of studio stuff, some video stuff it looked like, but nothing too crazy, at least at first glance. I'm sure the people who are actually digging deeper into it will get some more information out there and you'll be able to find that for sure. But yeah, we'll leave it there. It's a nice little care package from Drake. You know, no matter how you feel about Drake, No Face is a hard song. Circadian is really good too. I didn't really care about SOD, like I said, but yeah, those two songs were pretty solid in my opinion, as someone who's not really the biggest Drake fan. But yeah, that's all I got for now. I guess we got to keep waiting to see if this will end up on streaming or not. If it does, cool, great. I'm curious to see if there's going to be any differences. If not, you know, it is what it is. Oh, also, it is really interesting that he decided to put this stuff out shortly after that Benny the Butcher EP got taken off of streaming. And I guess the rumor behind that is, you know, Drake was featured on Buffalo Freestyle with Benny. It's a song that's been leaked for years. Apparently, I didn't hear it, and I still actually haven't heard it because I didn't care to listen to the Benny album or project. But apparently, UMG owns the publishing rights, and they didn't get approval from UMG, something like that. So that's why that EP is not on streaming anymore. But yeah, interesting that this came out kind of around that same time. Not saying Drake had any involvement in there, because Drake probably okayed Benny to drop the music, but whatever. Anyways, before I go on for too long, I'll leave it there. Let me know in the comments below what you think of these 3 songs, and if you found anything interesting in the updated 100gigs.org. And while you're down there, like and subscribe to see more rambling and content like this. Thank you for watching, and please stay safe out there.